The world is a paradox. While on one hand it is a beautiful, fulfilling place, on the other it is filled with torture and misery. And these two realities clash against each other every single day. And Aparna Upadhyaya Sanyal's latest book of short stories, Instruments of Torture, is a perfect manifestation of it all. Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. Also welcome to my review of Aparna Upadhyaya Sanyal's latest offering, Instruments of Torture. I'd read her first book, Circus Folk and Village Freaks, in 2019 when it came out, and I absolutely loved it. So I was really happy when this book came my way. And if you ask me my opinion of this book in a gist, I'd say that the contents of the book match the beauty of its cover, and that is something that the author has mastered across genres. But before I start gushing even more about the book, let me tell you what it is about. While Circus Folk and Village Freaks was a poetry collection of sorts, Instruments of Torture is a collection of 8 short stories, each of which is a metaphorical depiction of a medieval instrument of torture. From a little boy being plied with hormones to cure his dwarfism, to a woman who is raised to see her beauty as currency, to a classic story of sibling relationships but with a difference, and to how mental health issues are seen in Indian society. Each of these stories explores scenarios that have been glaring back at us from the workings of society for ages now. And every story shows us the mental and physical torture that comes with society's rigid rules, stereotypes, hypocrisies, gender roles, and patriarchal thinking. This book is more of a mirror to society than a solution bank, although it does show us how everyone has their own way of arriving at solutions that work for them. There are so many things about this book that I absolutely loved, least of which is the fact that every single one of these stories awakens a brand of righteous anger within you that has been dormant for way too long because of how quickly everything gets normalized in this world, even the bad things. But reading these stories will make you uncomfortable. It is like stoking that fire of looking unfairness in the face and feeling yourself float up because you're so incensed at the truth that the world is a cruel place. And Aparna Upadhyaya Sanyal's writing, the turns of phrases that she uses, the gorgeous language that she uses to make her points, it is scathing in some places, it's loving in some, and it is matter of fact in others. It's like a little chameleon, her writing, shifting and moving as the story progresses and adapting itself to it. Instruments of Torture feels very deliberate in the best way possible. You can feel the author's intent in every sentence, in the way that she connects those medieval torture devices to the psychological torments of the present. It's severe in the heaviness of its subjects, yes, but still beautiful. There's not much I didn't like about this book. I mean, there was one place where it did get a little draggy in my opinion, and there was another where I began to think that maybe the depiction of the child with deformities was playing into bad stereotypes. But while I think my former concern is legit, although a tiny concern, I think that the latter is more of a mirror, like I mentioned before. It's a mirror to society and not a pat on the back to it. Overall, I think that Instruments of Torture is yet another success story or stories from Aparna Upadhyaya Sanyal's pen. And if you're looking for short stories or any fiction in general that will make you think, then this is the perfect book for you. And even otherwise, I'd still recommend that you do go ahead and read this collection, because who knows, maybe you'll find a favorite or 8 in there. So that was my review of Instruments of Torture by Aparna Upadhyaya Sanyal. What did you think of my review? Have you read this book? Have you read this author's earlier book? If yes, what did you think of them? If you haven't, will you pick them up after watching my review? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.